Kevin Sinclair here with Irish Illustrated at irishillustrated.com. This week, Notre Dame landing a five-star quarterback in CJ Carr, kind of putting the 2024 class into focus here. Notre Dame really needed to and still needs to improve its talent at the quarterback position and at wide receiver. That's really where it's been lacking when Notre Dame's been making to the playoffs or playing in big bowl games. Notre Dame really needing to improve on the perimeter and then at the quarterback position. Just more skill position talent on offense is really what's most necessary for Notre Dame to really advance as a program. They've landed the five-star quarterback, and that kind of puts the 2024 class into focus. Now, who would the ideal prospects be to sort of surround Carr with the type of weapons he needs to win big? That's a question that was on my mind yesterday. I put together 5 recruits that would really surround him with the talent necessary to win big in the 2024 class. Let's take a look. Starting off with Texas wide receiver Micah Hudson. This is a 5-star recruit. He was also very close with Braylon James. They trained together. They played 7-on-7 together. And this is a clip from his freshman season. Watch his acceleration there after the catch on a post route. This is a kid who has just special talent, special speed, special agility, and he can stretch the field. He can beat a defense deep. He's been doing it all throughout his underclassmen era in Texas, playing against really good competition. Just again, like I said, he's got special quickness, special speed, and agility. And as a guy who's only about 6 foot or 6'1", he can really high point and win contested ball situations. You see that again here, 2 defenders in his orbit. He goes up, high points it, makes the catch, takes it to the end zone. Here's a closer look at that. That's very good focus on the football. This is, aside from that first clip, all sophomore footage. So this is a guy who's got 2 years of high school ball remaining. There he is again, high pointing the ball. So really impressive prospect there and a good fit for Notre Dame. And now Cam Williams out of Illinois. Really nice prospect here who visited Notre Dame recently, ranked in the top 150 from a consensus perspective. Right off the hop, this kid is so light on his feet and so quick. He can hit top gear really quickly. So I love his quickness off the snap. He's a true vertical guy. At least it certainly seems that way on the high school level. Very lean, quick, and nimble. Like I said, so light on his feet. He really hits top speed in a hurry. I love his vertical game, but I also love his game out of the slot. I think he'd be a potential slot receiver. He's very quick off the snap, and he's really good at these gritty routes, routes over the middle of the field, situations where he's got to improvise like you'll see here, finding the soft spot in the defense to make plays when things may break down or, he's good at sort of exploiting zone coverage, it seems. A nice catch over on a route going laterally across the middle there. And then Jack Larsen, 4-star tight end out of Charlotte Catholic, great program in North Carolina. Now he's 6'3", about 215 pounds, so he's not your 6'6" tight end, but this guy is an outstanding receiver. I think he could probably play a role kind of similar to what Tommy Tremble played, with some H-back work and then some work out of the slot and things of that nature. Very good receiver, so he's a mismatch option, where he's, just too quick and athletic for linebackers to cover, but, he can out-muscle safeties. Great route runner. He's got some real true receiver-like, ability, but in a kind of a smaller tight end frame. So I think he'd be kind of, find a niche, kind of guy where there isn't a lot like him, where he's sort of a tight end wide receiver hybrid, but in a really good fashion, in that he can be a good weapon in the passing game. Also seemingly a very good fit for Notre Dame, coming from a Catholic school. Again, he visited Notre Dame last weekend. He was out there catching passes from CJ Carr. As you can see here, really good catch radius, can really sprawl out and get it. And here is a clip from Irish Invasion, CJ Carr throwing here. Tim O'Malley actually sent me this clip during the camp. And there's Larson making a nice catch. Really good-looking athlete anyhow. And then at the running back position, of course, you want to get a good running back to surround your quarterback with. Nate Palmer out of Texas. This is a kid who is a fantastic student-athlete, great student. Schools like Cal and Notre Dame pursuing him. And, man, do I like his speed. Home run speed. And when you watch him, just keep in mind he's only a sophomore. Here he is on a 101-yard return. When he finds a seam, and he is gone. And, yeah, of course, he's playing in Texas, so you got to assume the competition is outstanding. And oftentimes when he just breaks free, there's no one catching him. He is a real home run threat as a sophomore. And I just try to kind of envision what he'll be like 2 years from now once he adds, I imagine he'll probably add 15 pounds of strength. And then he'll be, even more effective on the field. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, as you'll see here. Really like what I see out of Nate Palmer, and Notre Dame does too. And then Bredell Richardson out of Florida. This might be the best receiver of the bunch. It's going to be hard to say this early as only sophomores, but it kind of reminds me of Jaylen Brown a little bit out of Gulliver Prep, one of the best receivers in the 2023 class who Notre Dame pursued but didn't find traction with. Richardson visited Notre Dame late last week, his first trip to Notre Dame. And that went well. This is the type of Florida receiver, big playmaker that Notre Dame really needs to sort of advance in its, quarterback and receivers, offensive skill position, talent, to score more of these types of kids like Micah Hudson and Richardson out of Florida and Texas. That's how you do it. That's how you improve on the perimeter, improve in your passing game. And Richardson is, he fits the bill. So there you have it. Again, like I said, improving your recruiting outcomes in general, landing big-time prospects in Texas and Florida with the amount of talent in those areas, that is like the most surefire way to improve your recruiting outcomes. Guys like Micah Hudson, Bredell Richardson, those are the type of recruits Notre Dame just simply was not landing under Brian Kelly. We're starting to see a bit of that now in Braylon James, possibly Jaden Greathouse here in the future. Now they're landing CJ Carr. If they can continue to pile up those types of receivers, running backs, tight ends, quarterbacks, that's where we're going to see Notre Dame really advance as a program. So going to be interesting to see if they can land some of those 5 prospects I laid out. But that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in to Irish Illustrated at irishillustrated.com. I'm Kevin Sinclair.